Well,
we back.
we're back, y'all, in a different scenery.
Yep.
Then we tell y'all. Then we tell you.
Mm-hmm. Pillow Talk's not. It's not just something we started at home. It's wherever we go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a free conversation whenever you with your husband and wife. So
Yeah, absolutely. Anywhere. And right now we have a free moment, even though it's like 9 o'clock at night.
yep, it's kind of like taking these. It's like we're taking our setup everywhere we go now. So you
Pretty
never know.
much.
But I mean, we'll just judge which days we might record. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think when we'll drop the first video. If you haven't seen the first video, which the first video is just an introduction of who we are, Jade and
Right.
Rico.
Yeah.
So it will be up. It should be up now. I'm
Yeah.
sure it is. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it.
By the time you're seeing this video, it's definitely up now.
Yep.
So yeah. I'm so sorry if we sound super congested, y'all.
Yeah, it's been
A long week.
not even that. It's the past this year.
The first quarter of the year.
And then first we in first and second now. Second
Yeah.
quarter.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
we just been hit with sickness and hardship.
Let me tell y'all, when I tell y'all 1 out of 10. 10. I don't recommend my life. I don't recommend my life. When I tell y'all it's been like blow after blow, hardship after hardship. It's been hit after hit, baby.
But it's all how you go through. I
It
know.
is. Because we never really walk around like with our heads hung down or this woe is me attitude. I just know that we've been here before. Honestly, this is a lot worse than before, but
I mean, life's gonna happen regardless. You hear or
absolutely.
not. So
Yeah,
whatever you go through in life,
you might as well
just go
make
through it.
lemonade and keep it pushing. Make what is it saying? Take lemons, make lemonade.
I
Is what
guess
you
so.
make it. You know? So
Yeah, you add a little flavor to it. Some
yeah.
sugar.
Some sugar, some whatever y'all add. We just add sugar in the stuff, yeah. Lemons, whatever. The packets.
But
Add whatever
um,
you need.
you know, this year has been a tough year um for us. But we understand.
Oh, I can't believe you're sharing this.
We understand where we are in life.
Yeah.
Um
The
it's
reason I said that, y'all, is because we're really not like, unless you ask, we're not like super duper open. Like, we don't mind sharing, but we're not open to be like, oh, we out here in these streets struggling. Nah. Nah. That's why I was like, oh, I'm surprised you're sharing this. But I mean, I guess it's healthy to kind of get it out because why hold it in, you know?
yeah, you have to it's good to reflect on where you are in life, especially right now. I mean, just last year, I was working a job,
A good job.
full benefits. I had a whole month worth of vacation.
Well, we could say it was a good, well,
It
the
was,
average person that wants to work a 9 to 5 can say that it was a good job.
yeah, it was. It's just for me, it wasn't room for advancement. Which, if I'm not being advanced, which I was doing more than well capable of, the company was asking for,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't given an opportunity. But I was training people who was given an opportunity. That made sense. Do it.
Nah.
I'm your best guy. But anyway,
But this is not something that was like done off of emotion either. Like, it took a lot of prayer, a lot of fasting, a lot of laying before the Lord and
yeah,
really asking God, what do you want us to do? Because we can't keep staying in a place called comfort.
no,
Like, we can't keep staying in a place that isn't helping us produce. So what do we do from here? And y'all, let me tell you, what we did from there was be obedient. And let me tell y'all, even in being obedient, some people think that obedience is, oh, everything is just gonna automatically fall in place just like that, just like that. And the
Mhm.
reality of it is, no, it didn't. Like,
No, I had a plan. We're gonna do this, this, and this.
you had a plan, right?
Yeah,
You had a plan,
and uh,
but it wasn't, you know.
my plan didn't work. God's plan's working, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not comfortable. But we're we're working with it. Um, sometimes you have to look at uh, and this goes for anything. Whenever you're trying to be obedient to God, of course you want to set plans in place for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
but God's gonna always He always call an audible, but you have to
Always.
go with the play, and that's how the play becomes successful. And for me, um, I knew it was time because where you God showed me, I had to go back and finish something so I can
Mm-hmm.
get to where He showed me.
Yeah. And it
And
it doesn't feel good right now, y'all. It actually hurts. Like, we were in prayer, I think it was last week or whatever, and we were just like sitting on top of the bed, because prayer doesn't always look like I'm gonna be on my knees every single time. I'm gonna lay before the Lord every single time. You pray anywhere. You can pray in your car, you can pray in your shower, you can pray sitting on the bed, you can pray outside, you can pray
mm-hmm,
anywhere, but we were sitting in the bed or whatever, and we were praying, and I remember, like, when I was praying, tears just started coming down, because I was like, Lord, this doesn't feel good, but our answer is still yes to you, regardless. Like, it doesn't look good. Honestly, we don't even know what it's going to look like up the road.
no,
We don't even know what you're going to have for us in the future, but our answer to you is yes, always.
yep,
And since then, y'all, I think we've been not riding off of each other's strength, like, but we've been helping each other, like, stay strong. And we've been riding off of God's strength. I would really
absolutely,
believe like this is God's strength keeping us, because when I tell y'all, just being completely open and honest, like, every single bill is due.
yeah.
Every single bill is due, and both of us are in school full time. He has to be on campus,
Oh
in
yeah.
person. That
Just
starts
thinking about I got to
tomorrow.
get up in the morning to go. So
And
but
he
it's only
hasn't.
because sorry, cut
You
you off.
fine. You okay?
But it's only because the field I'm in.
Yeah.
So we're building a home, basically a house from the ground up. So I
Mhm.
get to see. Well, I ain't getting to see. I get to do get to figure out how to do everything, how to build a
Mhm.
house from the ground to the roof to the inside,
Mhm.
everything. So
Yeah.
which just goes along with what I want to do
Absolutely.
in my personal life. So, but yeah, what was you about to say?
You're fine. But I was just saying, like, he's in school full time on campus, and I'm in school full time online at home with the kids, and yeah, like, he hasn't been working since I had Ari, and I haven't been working since I had Ari. So that's been about a year now. Like, Ari will be 1 in 2 months. So it's been a pretty long year. And people will be like, "Well, that was your choice. That was your decision to not work." And no, it wasn't. Because if it was up to me, ask him how many times before has he come to me and told me, I don't think I'm gonna be at Coke much longer. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be working for Coke much longer.
Mm-hmm.
When I say Coke, y'all, I mean Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Nothing illegal, but yeah. He was like, I don't think I'm gonna be at Coke much longer. And I'm like, as a wife, I'm gonna always be supportive and ride behind you and stand 10 toes down behind you. But when you talk about leaving your job, you're the only income in the house right now.
Oh no. What's been
Uh,
what's been your biggest adjustment since then?
um, the not having, the not having, like, I can't stand, um, or just to be able to go out and just get when I want, you know.
Mm-hmm. I know that so well.
And I told Rico I feel like God has us in a season 2 where like it was always, oh, we can not necessarily go and get what we want, but our wants could override, our needs sometimes, or our wants could just override things in general. And we are able to go out and get it.
Hmm.
And now we're in a place where God is showing us, hey, I told you in the first place that you didn't need that
Yeah.
anyway. You needed me, and you needed to lean and depend on me.
Hmm.
And so that's been my biggest adjustment, just like having to check my bank account and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Baby, like,
And even has we're both leaders in church, and um we both sacrifice time,
mhm,
and we love to sow, not just to our church but to people.
mhm.
um and
Whether it's time or whatever, I don't know. A lot of people may feel like that we don't spend a lot of time doing other stuff outside of church because really people only know us from serving in church, but we actually do a whole lot outside of church
yeah.
too. So we have businesses that we're working on thriving. We have other connections as well. So we do YouTube as well.
That's
And
been
so
a
yeah.
struggle, but yeah. Well, I know for me the biggest adjustment is not knowing uh what I'm gonna do between, like, my biggest adjustment is me in school and
Mhm.
not working.
Mhm.
I'm used to working.
Mhm.
I'm used to making
And when I tell you he's 100% on it,
that
and
money.
I would say I'm probably used to working too because I'm a go getter and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure my family does not go without. I'm not like the head of household, but I've been working since I was like 15, 16 years old. So it just comes natural to me to go and get. Um, but I would say that it's 100% accurate for him because when I tell y'all this man will go to work sick and all, like with the flu, he is gonna go to work. He don't care. Like he's gonna go to work. I have to
Yeah.
make him stay home.
Like I said, she made me stay home now, so I
To
don't have a
make him stay
choice.
home while he's sick. I'm like, you can't do that.
Well, I mean, times are different now. COVID's out here, so. But
I have a question for you. Like, do you like what's your greatest joy though with being at home now? Since you're not working.
well, I get to watch my kids grow up.
Mhm.
I mean, we get to be parents in both their lives at this age that they're in.
Mhm.
We just very vital
Mhm.
for both parents to be parenting in kids' lives.
Mhm.
So that's my biggest joy, waking up to you and the kids.
Oh,
Um,
Bookie.
I will always value those moments. I know there's a lot of parents out there who goes to work,
Mhm.
and they get, of course the kids go to school, but once they
Mhm.
get out of school, it's a different thing.
Mhm.
We haven't got there yet,
Mhm.
but
Oh, I'm not ready.
um
I'm not ready, y'all.
yeah, normally, and I'm sure if people, like, if their kids was at where our kids were, they still probably would be in daycare because they're working a 9 to 5, so they go to work,
Mhm.
so they don't get to spend that time with their kids.
Mhm.
I feel like we gotta take advantage of it
Mhm.
and put quality time into them.
Mhm.
So
And I really feel like too, we had this time more with each other. Not that we won't have time, in the future, but
yeah.
I feel like we're about to become super on the go with where God is taking us in general. Um, and we might not be as um, I'm trying to find the word, um, not stagnant, but we might not be as still, what I'm saying, as we are now.
Hmm.
Um, to be able to have that. So that has been my greatest joy as well, being able to wake up with my family every day. Like I have enjoyed him. I don't want him to go back to class tomorrow because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed him. Like I have enjoyed waking up next to him every single morning with no interruptions.
And it's like you asked for this, like we asked to do, like be able to spend time with our family,
Hmm.
but the way you saw it, it's not the way God
This is
give
not
it
the way
to
that
you.
God intended it to be for
So
you. So yeah.
I mean, the way He gives it to you, you have to be careful not to mismanage
Hmm.
how you go through that season with being with your kids, because it can be frustrating and you can holler at them because they're not listening, and
Hmm.
um terrible two threes. It is a
Potty
hard,
training,
yeah,
because
potty training.
that
Thank
that was
God
a rough season for us.
he got it now,
He
but
got it now. My baby got it now, boy. And every child is different. So we don't even know what potty training will look like for Ari.
yeah.
But for him, I wouldn't even say, because Chance is super smart. Like he's highly intelligent.
Hmm.
Um, but he just had like these lazy moments where he just didn't want to go. Like he'll be lazy looking at TV and just use the bathroom on himself. And I'm like, yo, the bathroom is right there and the door is open and he knows to go. He just won't do
Yeah.
it. So um yeah, just enjoying those moments and loving on our kids and loving on each other, and yeah, you know.
Yeah. And um a, a very important thing is that you got to have that spouse. You both can be level minded in the transition, because it can
Yeah.
be, I can see it be very difficult when
Mhm.
you have a husband, or if it's the wife, whichever one that's wanting to,
Making the transition.
yeah, making the transition, that's wanting to jump out of a guy, and then there's another person that's not.
That's like, I ain't even got there yet. Like, you
Yeah.
taking me too fast. Like, slow
And
down.
that could be a very difficult, but
Hmm.
um we both have that same passion
Hmm. And
for.
same faith, because my faith hadn't always been there. My faith had to work up to that point of, okay, I fully trust you, God. Like, I'm not even going to, like, wait, hold on. I got a crutch too, and I'm going to trust you at the same time. No, like, I fully trust God. So when he told me that this time, because I actually ended up having a dream. You remember that? I actually ended up having a dream. This was at our first apartment. And
Hmm.
he walked in, like he had went to work. Like it seemed like he had just left to go to work. And then he came in like a couple of hours later. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I quit my job.
Yeah.
And in the dream, excuse me, I just looked at him and smiled and was like, okay. And then I think since that dream, I kind of gained like a sense of peace because I was prepared for that moment, of him actually doing it. Now he actually did go back and forth like for a long time. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm really about to quit. I'm really about to leave. Like, I can't. Mm-mm. And then I would tell him like, make sure, pray to God. Make sure this is what God wants you to do. Don't go based off of your emotions. Like, make sure this is God. And this time, it was just kind of like no denying it. It was just kind of a force out, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud, godly proud of him, for taking that leap, because it's not easy, especially being, and I don't use that lightly and loosely, because especially being the number one provider and the head of household, I feel like all targets are on your back,
Yeah.
because people are always looking at the man, the husband, like, why he stopped working for? Like he providing for the house and ain't nobody gonna help y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like all those types of comments and stuff. Everybody, like the main focus is always on the male and how he is as a provider. Oh, he's sorry and he less of a man. And no,
That's
he
one
just
thing I
chose to
don't
go with God. Like,
pay
and
attention to.
sometimes
Yeah.
going with God will have you look crazy to other people.
Yeah. I don't. That's one thing I don't pay attention to. Is like what people may be thinking or saying.
Hmm.
It's like that's just a distraction, and
Yeah.
it ain't gonna do nothing but just stress you out and slow you down.
Overwhelm you and have you focused on those comments all the
So
time.
I
Hmm.
just I stay to myself and I keep it pushing, because
Absolutely.
I have a I have a goal and I have a vision what God showed me to get to, and nobody's gonna stop me. Not no man.
I love it. I
So,
love it. I love it. I love it. I
you know,
love it.
and it's just great to have a wife that understands,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that has the same mindset as you do. So, very thankful.
Period. Boom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's not been easy, y'all, and the average person would probably be like, "What, Jade and Rika? Y'all got this going on? I can't tell." I know.
You just got to learn how to live through every situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is.
Like,
Like,
and let me tell you how God works. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it just popped up. Like, let me tell you how God works. Ari was like down to her last couple of diapers the other day, and one of her godmoms like stepped up majorly and was like, "Hey, I'll get her some diapers." And she didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's little things like that. Like, God provides, and it's more than just money.
mm-hmm.
He provides in ways that we can't even imagine. And I know like that's been a prayer of mine. My kids are gonna be taken care of. I'm gonna be taken care of. Rico's gonna be taken care of. And even her other godparents has stepped up big time, whether it's helping with time, sending money, like God has
Just like
provided.
right now.
Huh?
I said just like
Just
right
like
now.
right now, one of her godmoms has her right now, like literally right now. She's like, always, I don't mind. I don't mind. Y'all go ahead. Even at 9 o'clock at night, and she got to work tomorrow. I don't mind. So it's it's all in how you go through it and how you respond. And I know for a fact that we have suffered well. And I know for a fact that God trusts us because we can
Absolutely.
handle it.
Yeah. But I was saying,
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you gotta learn how to live through every situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just like next month, our anniversary is coming up. I'm still planning to go somewhere for a weekend. I don't care
I don't care if it's for a night. We need to go.
bills do. Like, I'm gonna take that time because
We
you
have gotten
can't you
every
can't
letter in the mail, y'all, about these bills.
you can't let you can't let life interrupt what you want to do in
Mm-hmm.
life, basically.
Now, don't get us lying.
But
No, like take care of what you got to take care of if
absolutely,
you can. Like, of course, if we had it, then we would. And of course, like we call and make payment arrangement. Like, don't be dumb now. Like, don't be crazy, y'all.
yeah,
Take care of what you need to. Like, if you need to make payment arrangements, do that. Be smart, be wise, but don't just, be out here not
yeah.
doing
You
anything.
just gotta be very. You just gotta learn how to manage very well because
Yeah.
in this is what we've been doing this whole season is managing it very well. We just taking what's given it to us and managing it.
Hmm.
And
Another thing I wanted to talk about too was Instacart and that process with that and how
yeah,
God set that up like real big. And that's a part of this too. I know y'all probably like Instacart, what they got to do with it? But every day we would Instacart, y'all. Every single day we would Instacart to get extra money because, like I said, I'm not working and he's not working. So when he gets out of class in the morning, I get the kids up, we get them dressed, and we're out the house Instacarting. Um, God literally stopped that. And I mean, it was so crystal clear to the point like my car stopped working.
oh yeah,
Like it was working, but it wasn't drivable. Like for us
hmm
to do Instacart.
yeah. Plus my car is adding the food too, so
Yeah, like
my
his
car's always been adding the food, but I
but his car
just
is a good car though. We just
yeah,
have to get it fixed. But
it's manageable.
yeah. When I tell y'all God has been doing everything like no, I deeper. Like no, I want you to go deeper. No, like I need this time.
Hmm
No, the time that you give Instacart, I want with you. No. Stop. Stop trying to make ways. Stop trying to provide. Stop trying to do it yourself. Let me. Let me
hmm
be the provider. After all, y'all, it does say that in the Bible.
Yeah, it's
He is
just
our shepherd. He is our Lord. He is our provider.
when you put your trust in God, He'll make it happen for you.
Every single time. It may not be the way that you desire it to be or what you think it should look like. Like, oh, he gonna send me a check in the mail. It might not be that way. It could be in the form of somebody sending you the money to pay the bill. You're fine. Or it could be in the
Excuse
form
me.
of somebody calling to pay that bill for you. I don't know. Or it could be in the form of God allowing them to extend it longer than what they usually would,
Yeah,
which is what happened to us at first with our phone bill. Our phones are off now, but that's not stopping us.
No, but just like what, 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I took her to New York for a birthday. So first of
So
all,
thoughtful, y'all.
I had a photo shoot in Charlotte. Went there by myself, and I just stopped because her birthday was coming up. Stopped and did some little bit of shopping,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw a nice purse. What was it? I can't remember what kind of purse. It was a nice purse.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But then something else popped up. I saw something else pop up. So
We might can pop it up on the screen for y'all too, so you can see exactly what he's talking
it
about.
was a mom purse, and it was a little girl's purse.
Mommy and me. Mommy and me is what it said on the box. Mm-hmm.
So I did that. I got that. That's like a faith gift, basically, because the year before that we had just had a miscarriage.
On my birthday.
On her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The next following year, that's when I got
the mommy and me
bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it to New York on faith. I had no money.
He had no, and I didn't know that he had no money, y'all. Hey, this man just out here like, I'm about to take you on vacation, pack your stuff, we going.
I had no money.
Keep in mind, I didn't even know he was taking me to New York. Like, I had no idea where he was taking
me. Because, well, back up, we had already bought a timeshare, which that allowed me to get the hotel for free. So I didn't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, going up there, hitting toes. I didn't even know I had it down set on toes, but hitting toes. And then
that was so funny.
What was it? Parking, $60-something a night.
A night. He not talking about no one time. A night. $60-something a night.
I'm here on Facebook.
And we didn't even move the car. The car stayed parked the whole time. We walked everywhere in New York.
I sure didn't. But then, like, that same night, we took a bike ride.
One of those date night bike rides.
Dude didn't even show us the price at the beginning. All he said is $8.99. I said, $8.99. We just going on the road 10 minutes.
Right.
Get there. He said $90. I said, I know you lying. This man took everything in my wallet that I had.
No, y'all, it's crazy because he was standing there.
Because it was just going to dinner.
We were just going to Olive Garden to eat for dinner, and it was bomb, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Food came out fresh. And
I still had like enough money to get something to eat, but we took what was in my wallet, which was all the cash I had. But I had money in my account.
Because we laugh about it now. That's why I'm laughing. We laugh about it now, but it's like when we were there, and your eyes just got so big when he said $90. He said
$90. Dude, he took us around the block on a bicycle.
Y'all, Rico's looking at his wallet like,
I'm like,
looking a little skimpy here.
I'm gonna give you $9. That's what you're gonna get. If you ain't doing it, just took me around the corner.
He really did just take us around the corner, like he did these fancy swivels and swerves around to make it seem like it was a long ride, but it really wasn't. It was literally down the street. So we're thinking like $8.99. Oh, that's all we gotta pay. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Man, charge $8.99 a minute. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Think we took it again?
No. That was a great first experience, though.
It's still, I think I was working at Coke, of course. So I was still waiting to get paid like a few days after.
I think it was the next day.
The next day, yeah. It was the next day I got paid, so that helped out a lot.
Mm-hmm. But that was bill money.
Yeah, I spent the bill money, so I didn't care.
But God worked it out too, y'all.
Absolutely. Even to the point, the hotel we stayed at, gave us $300 in gift cards.
They did. That was a blessing.
Yeah.
They
didn't even know our situation or anything. It was just part of the our Hilton Grand Vacation, our timeshare that we stay in. So they gave us that, which helped out a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that just took care of our parking, really, because when we got the bill, it was like $200-some. So it took care of most of that.
That was stressful, though.
Yes, it was.
Because we were like, $60 a night.
Which I didn't. All I knew, I didn't even go into details of like try to look into like how much parking would be or all the activities and stuff. I was just like, yo, we just gonna go.
This man just took a leap of faith for
We just
real.
gonna go, and that was it.
And we really enjoyed ourselves.
But
It was a great
it
experience.
was a great experience. I
Mhm.
definitely would love to go back.
So we could do a
Or-
lot more. We didn't even get to do
Yeah.
all that we wanted to do, but we did enough for the time that we were there.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Like I still to this day.
And you
do I
can see
not-
that. I mean, you won't see everything, but we recorded half of that stuff on YouTube. on
Yeah,
our
we
channel.
did. But if you want to know, all that there is to do in New York, just Google like New York City Pass,
Mhm.
and it'll show you everything that you can do. And yeah, it was great. I'm ready to go back now.
Yeah.
I'm
Great
not
city.
taking my kids though.
Nah. Plus, it was cold when we went.
Yeah,
but
it was freezing, but it
I
was
loved
great.
it, but it was
Mhm.
cold. I think the cold experience makes it feel like it's New York.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah. It was.
I don't know how long this video is. I don't even know if it's still recording right now.
I hope so.
I really hope so too, but
Because we just been chatting.
we just gonna end it right here.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I got a little taste of what it's been like
Yo,
these
episode 2.
last
So
couple of weeks. No, it ain't even a couple of weeks. It's the first quarter and the second quarter. Half
this whole
of
year.
it. Yeah, so far. We're not even gonna say the whole year because the whole year ain't over yet.
No.
That could blow our minds by the end of the year.
No, I'm saying from January to now.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's been a little rough. But yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is for, y'all. This is all we be talking about and what God lays on our heart, whenever he does. And so I hope y'all enjoyed this little episode.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it myself.
I did too. It was refreshing, very
Yeah.
refreshing, and it was nice to be away from our kids for the few minutes that we got.
Yeah. So
Love
you all.
y'all, and we will see you in the next episode of
Pillow
Pillow
Talk.
Talk. See you.
Peace.